Hello everyone, it is Christian here of the Calcio Bros. So time to talk about what has been going on in the Euros and what we can expect now that we're down to the final 8 of the tournament. It's getting so close now that a winner will be decided very soon. Just a couple things before we get started. First off, happy Canada Day to any Canadians celebrating the holiday, whether you are celebrating or not, just because of some certain circumstances here in the country. That's up to you. But anyways, happy Canada Day to all, and hope you enjoy your day in whichever way you want to celebrate it in. If not, in morning celebration, totally up to you. The second is I'm doing this one a little different now. If you guys are like what you're seeing from our channel, be sure to subscribe and click the bell to receive notifications and get updated when our latest videos are released. Hope you guys are enjoying our channel. Be sure to comment below, let me know your thoughts about what's going on. So of what's going on as well, like I said, we're in the final 8 of the Euros. I can't believe it's already come down to this. So many games in the round of 16 with plenty of drama in itself. If you guys have not enjoyed that, then are you guys really truly football fans? They have just been absolutely mind-blowing. It's incredible. Like, it's just oh my god. Like, wow. That's all I had. I was at work for a couple of them and just seeing it, just wow. Anyways, so we have the round of 16. I'm thinking of the past, but anyways, the quarterfinals starting July 2nd and July 3rd. I don't know. I don't think there's any games on Sunday, but those 2 days at least should have all 4 games, with the winners creating the semifinals, which should be played during the week. Now let's quickly talk about the matchups here, and then we'll get on to what we've seen so far from Italy and their preview up in their game as well, and a little bit of a recap of what happened in their last game. So we have Switzerland, Spain. So that is going to be a really good one. Spain really dominant in their last, well, not dominant, but created some drama in their game after conceding 2 late goals to Croatia, and then beating them in extra time. Goal from Morata to help out his fellow teammates, coming with a crucial goal in extra time to get it. And then Switzerland, who went on to also score 2 late goals, and that was all the same game. Like that drama was the same game. It's France up 3-1, but Switzerland scoring 2 late goals to bring it to extra time and win it in penalties. That was one of the upsets of the tournament, and it's just wow. Who would have thought? And Switzerland, who finished 3rd in the group and was not yet for sure. Oh, I think they were. They needed to win their last game against Turkey to have any chance of qualifying and finishing at least in the best 3rd place teams. And look at them now in the quarterfinals. It's just incredible. And then the game after that is Belgium-Italy, so we are rooting for the Azzurri, of course. Belgium could be without 2 of their best players in Kevin De Bruyne and Eden Hazard. So big loss for Belgium, but big gain for Italy in that sense. Winner of those 2 games will play each other. So if Italy wins, they could even potentially face Switzerland again from their group stage match. And who would have thought? Who would have thought that? We would not have seen that coming. That is just incredible. That is wow. The other 2 games, which I believe would be played on Saturday, are Czech Republic, Denmark. So one of these 2 teams making it to the semifinals would be incredible. The Czech Republic also making an upset against the Netherlands, beating them 2-0, which was huge. And considering that I also ruined my pool, I had Netherlands in the finals just because of the route they had. But wow. That's incredible. That's absolutely incredible. And Denmark thrashing Wales 4-0, and that was an incredible game for them. So it would be huge for them to even make the top 4, especially after the tournament they had coming from the first game. So that is huge for both teams in general making this far. And then we have Ukraine, England. Ukraine getting a last-minute winner in the 121st minute to beat Sweden in their match in extra time and advance to the quarterfinals. Sheva doing things for his Ukraine, just unbelievable. And then England also beat Germany 2-0. They're also now the only team to not concede a goal yet, as Italy had conceded against Austria, also breaking their longevity of not conceding a goal. But Ukraine-England should be a tough test. Honestly, England can't even take them, should still take Ukraine seriously just because of what they've achieved as well. And if, who knows, maybe even though in England they could perhaps choke as well. It would be a classic England thing to do. They do have the talent, though. I'm not saying they're not talented, but they just end up finding a way to choke. But anyways, those are all the quarterfinal matches. Be sure to let me know what you guys think of them and your thoughts on the matches. Just be sure to let me know your thoughts and how do you think these teams will do. Comment below. Let me know. So let's move on to the Azzurri now. Like I said before, Italy is playing Belgium after defeating Austria 2-1. They went on to beat them in extra time. It wasn't the best of games from the Azzurri. First half was a little, wasn't too bad, but you had their best chance came from Immobile hitting the post from quite a distance out. But like, who would have thought that we've seen Immobile score some great goals, but like really from a distance, like honestly, if that went in, that would have just changed the game completely. Like, who would have thought? Like, it's incredible, just incredible. The second half wasn't even the best from the Azzurri. There was even a couple scares. Austria came very close to scoring and even actually did score, but VAR brought it back for offside. So that was a huge let off. Italy had to be more careful, but for me it was especially the subs. Yes, the subs made the difference in extra time. Pessina and Chiesa both getting the goals, but those subs perhaps should have come a little bit earlier in the game. I think Chiesa came on very late. Mancini was probably looking towards the extra time, but we don't always want to go to extra time. It tires the players out. 120 minutes. You don't get like a full week of rest compared to the leagues. You get a few days in between. So constantly going in extra time, and you want to play that extra half hour, and then the mentality takes after in the shit. It does take a toll on your body if you were going shoot it out. So it's not something that's ideal. This is something that Mancini should have really planned earlier. But overall, yes, he did get the subs right. The tactics did change the game, but it's just that worry now. But it's time to see how they play against a Belgium side that has looked good, has not lost, has won every game that they've played in. They're 4-for-4 so far in the tournament and have looked great as well. They did eliminate Portugal 1-0, even though Portugal did dominate a little more in that game, but Belgium got the strike that they needed through Thorgan Hazard to get the victory to do that. But it's going to be definitely a tough match for the Azzurri, and I feel it's definitely a good test at this stage, because again, if you don't play any of the top teams, how do you expect to win? At some point or another, you want to play these top teams. You don't want to be playing the lower sides and be complacent the whole time and expecting to win and think it's a cakewalk. No, we need to play these big sides, really test out these young guys in the team who are really looking like a team. We can really expect a lot. One surprise for me so far in the tournament for Italy is Spinazzola. Like, who would have thought? The way he's performing now, it's incredible. He has earned now 2 Man of the Matches awards for his play. He has just been incredible with his defending, the runs he's making, his playmaking, almost like the chances that he's creating. It is incredible. I don't think I would have really expected that, and I really do think, even though he's on Roma, Juve made a mistake letting him go, because he's a guy who can also play on the right or left flank of the side. Yeah, they have Alexandro, but he could have still been on the right side too, or at least the backup to Alexandro, playing more consistently. But what are you going to do? He's definitely having a great tournament so far, and we'll hope to see more from him. The one thing I do want to see a little bit more from the team in general, especially against Belgium, is more from Immobile. Yeah, he's getting chances, but he's not taking the chances well enough. There was a couple of chances in the first game. Yes, he has scored, but we want to see more. We want to see more of his Lazio form rather than a lot of his Italy form, because the Italy form, it just doesn't match up. So we hope to see more of that Lazio form, banging in the goals and really bringing us farther. Considering how much he has been playing with the Azzurri, we do want to see more of him, especially this late in the season. This is just my opinion, but if you guys have anyone else you want to see more from in this tournament, be sure to let me know. Mancini also does break Vittorio Pozzo's record of 31 games now unbeaten, so that is a huge achievement for him. And again, like I said, since Austria had scored late in extra time, they had broken the Azzurri's record of not conceding a goal, and it was a national record. I believe it's somewhere around 1,100 minutes, which is absolutely incredible. It basically I think at least just over a day's worth. It's just absurd. That's incredible. That's incredible in itself. One thing though too I do want to say about the Azzurri is that pundits should be taking them seriously. I know it's good not to be taken seriously and then just be underestimated, but at the same time, they should really take into consideration. You have Patrick Vieira saying Italy hasn't been tested, especially they've only played Turkey, Switzerland, Wales, but go look at the teams that have advanced. Czech Republic beating the Netherlands. Switzerland beating your France. Like, I know I keep ranting about this, but they have to be taken seriously in some sense and not be swept under the rug. But all of a sudden these teams, it's a fairy tale story. France has not looked consistent all tournament. Netherlands, yeah, they have their wins, but they don't really have the greatest team, and they didn't really have the greatest coach to begin with. Germany is not the same Germany we knew from before. Portugal didn't look that good. England has not looked great all tournament. They performed well against Germany, but again, it's not a great German side. Like, again, I know I keep ranting about this, but at the same time is that Italy should be taken more seriously and not be underestimated because of the teams they play. Because look at them now. And like I even said before, England tied Scotland, who are ranked lower than Switzerland and Turkey. And England tied them. So what is that saying about your team? Okay, England so far is the only team not to concede a goal. I'll give them that. But at the same time, who are you playing, huh? Besides, you got lucky a little bit. Yeah, Pickford has definitely made some saves, but all the teams so far haven't looked that great. We'll see how they do against Ukraine. If they can go all the way without conceding a goal, sure. But England does tend to choke a lot, so we'll see. I'm not saying they're not great, but sometimes with Southgate's tactics, that's a whole nother story. But they do have talent in their team. They're definitely the team to watch out for if they advance. Spain has not looked great all tournament. They're starting to pick it up themselves now. But as we saw even late against Croatia, they gave up the 2 goals that brought it to extra time as well. Maybe picking on that poor defense could do something well with Switzerland, the way they're picking it up as well. So this is basically the tournament of the smaller nations. There are only 4 big teams left in some sense, but one of them going through for sure between Belgium and Italy. We'll see how Spain and England face. And remember, winner of Belgium and Italy will face the winner of Switzerland-Spain. So it could definitely be 2 big teams if Spain advance again between Belgium or Italy, and also considering one of them would be going to the finals in that route as well. So definitely lots to look out for in that instance. So be sure to keep an eye on how that goes. If you guys agree with what I'm saying with my rant, but I apologize. But at the same time, it's just how I feel right now, because Italy isn't getting the recognition it deserves, and it should be taken more seriously. Whew, I think that's enough of a mouthful there about that. Anyway, with the round of 16 now over, I do have some quick stats here from all the Serie A players that have played. Remember, excluding the Azzurri, we had 28 appearances throughout the knockout rounds, whether it be as a sub or starter. 2 players with some big incidents this week. De Ligt getting a red card against Czech Republic completely changed the game for the Netherlands and not helping them advance to the knockout round. Sorry about the delay, but I gotta throw you under the bus there. I've never really seen a player try to, well, we've seen deliberate handballs, Luis Suarez, anyone. But anyways, like, to do that and then really not help your team, it's funny because the ref even gave him a yellow, but had to go to VAR to reconsider the decision, seeing it was a deliberate handball, and as the ball was going towards the net, so a huge goal scoring opportunity. The next one is Ricardo Rodriguez, who missed a penalty in that game against Switzerland, and after he missed that, because that could have brought Switzerland 2-0 up, Benzema goes and scores his 2 goals in 4 minutes to completely change the game, but that wouldn't matter as Switzerland went on to win. So, no, not much hard done there for Rodriguez, but that still could have changed the game and not have to really fight back for that winner. And then from the goals that we saw, there's only 3 goals from Serie A players during the knockout round. So Pasalic getting the late equalizer in the Croatia-Spain game, Morata getting the opener in extra time and basically the game-winning goal for Spain, while Mele... I'm not even sure but Mele, I can't see his name, maybe I could be saying it wrong. It got the goal for himself in Denmark's 4-0 win over Wales. So not too bad so far anyways, but also one huge thing I did see at the Euros that popped up actually on my social media was the goal scorers from the top 5 leagues. So here are the numbers. At 5 is Ligue 1, with only 6 goals at the Euros. Number 4, La Liga with 8. Premier League is not even first with 23. Bundesliga with 26. And Serie A with 30. That's insane. Who would have thought that Serie A would actually be leading a tournament with goals? It is incredible, but remember, this is also including all Serie A players, so that's including the Azzurri as well. And I think this just shows that Serie A has a lot of talent now, and it's really attracting some of the better players nowadays compared to getting the players when they're more washed up or older or not as experienced, not as seasoned maybe, or just haven't broken into their best yet. Because a lot of players sometimes are young but haven't really broken out, and once they move abroad they tend to really get the exposure they need. But this is huge for Italy, really getting back to one of the better leagues in the world. But honestly, it's great to see that Italy is getting all these goals here now. So good on them, and we hope to see more from the league. We'll see how it goes, because honestly in almost every team there is a Serie A player except for England. But anyways, they definitely all kind of have a route to the final, so hopefully we can see some Serie A players in the finals. If not, hopefully the Azzurri as well. We'll see how that goes. I think I covered everything enough. Maybe if I didn't miss anything or miss anything you guys want to talk about, be sure to comment below, let me know. Again, if you like what you're seeing, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Again, click the bell to receive notifications when we release our latest videos to stay in the loop of everything that's going on. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Calcio_bros, to receive notification, game day updates, transfer news, and anything else going on in the world of football, just to stay up to date of everything. So hopefully you guys are following us there as well, and I hope to see or hear from you guys soon. Ciao.